So abdominals, we're gonna warm up on the way because we're not gonna use weight. Kind of the rule of thumb is when you do a heavy workout with weights, you go into the gym, you pick up some really heavy dumbbells and you increase those each time during a chest workout, you don't wanna hit those muscles again for 4 days. If you're using body weight, you're doing push-ups on the floor, you're doing abdominals, etc., you can do those every day. It's like doing cardio. You're carrying your own body weight, you're not increasing it, so therefore you're not turning those little tears, muscle tears, into full-blown injuries. So you will see somebody go in and do a heavy abdominal workout with with weight one day, and the next 3 or 4 days, if they want to do more abdominals, they do it without weight. So the rule of thumb, keeping weight off your body for 4 days after doing a workout, okay? So today, your abdominals, when you bring your upper body over, that's upper abdominals. When you pick up your knees, that's lower abdominals. So crunches aren't enough to hit your whole core section. When you bring your shoulder toward opposite knees, that's your diagonals. When you tilt sideways, those are your side abdominals. When you twist, that's another set of abdominals. And when you pick up with your lower back, that's another set. So we have to hit all areas of the abdominals in order to keep them strong. So if you were doing weighted workouts, maybe one day you're doing your front abdominals, another day you're doing your side, you want to at some point be hitting all those. Today we're gonna group them together into a little bit of a circuit workout. So the first is a standing shoulder to knee. So when I bring my shoulder toward my knee, I'm working all of those up and down abdominals. I could do 10 of these, 10 on the other side, and then go to the next exercise. If I were sitting down, I could do the same thing. I could bring my shoulder toward my knee, and if I went to the ground, I could again do the same thing. So when I'm laying on the ground, I want to pull my lower back into the ground. I can tap with my feet, or I can be up in the air at any range, not tapping my feet, but I never want to come down in the middle of these with a straight leg because it's going to arch my back. So bringing shoulders to the knees, you don't have to touch. You can go at your level for 10. So maybe this is a warm out up, and maybe you've got your legs straighter when you are more warmed up. So looking for 10, I'm only going down a certain distance because I don't want to hit the wall. But the other thing is, if I come down too far and I start arching my back, you have your own distance, wherever it is, that feels like you can get back up without arching your back, and that's the distance you need to be at. So next exercise, we're going to go to diagonals. Actually, we're not going to do diagonals, we're going to do a side one because we're going to let these rest while we're doing these. So when I'm coming over, I don't have any weight. This feels really easy to do because it's just me tilting on my spine. I have equal weight on both sides. So what I'm going to do is when I set it over, I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to squeeze my butt and my belly as tight as I can as I crunch to the side, and I'm going to set it down again. So using these muscles, breathe out, squeeze your butt as tight as you can, set it down. Squeeze your belly and butt, set it down. 4, breathe out, squeeze. 5. So all abdominal muscles or exercises is about squeezing and releasing so that you actually engage that core section each time you come over. 1 more. Now we're going to do the same thing, which should feel kind of like the same exercise. The only difference is when we come over, we're going to breathe out and squeeze as we go the other direction. So again, starting at the side, breathe out and squeeze, set it down, breathe out and squeeze. Keep going. So each set, we could add a little bit more weight for about 3 sets. At that point, we're completely warm, and then continue out and do a 4th and 5th set at that peak weight that you did at the 3rd set. So 3rd, 4th, and 5th set, same way. But we could come up in weight each time just because we're warming that muscle. Again, today we're doing it without weight, just so that we have the ability to go through a circuit and not use weight so that you can do something later in the week. So now I've let this area rest. I'm going to go back to I need to let this area rest. I'm going to go back to the front again. So more front, kind of we have layers of abdominals in the front. So shoulder to knee is those diagonal abdominals. And so you can see what I'm doing. You can stand and do 10 this way. Hang on to a chair if you need the balance. You can sit in a chair. Try not to knock that over the end of my stairs. And go shoulder to knees. Or I can lay on the floor and do the same thing. Make sure that my lower back is against the floor, and I'm gonna bring shoulder to the knees. And wherever that leg is at a point that you're not arching the back. So bringing it in, you don't have to touch. 3. If I'm going too fast for you, just turn the video off, do the exercise, come back when you're ready. And today we forgot to bring the iPad home, switch sides. So I'm on my iPhone, not real technical here. And you have no music in the background. You're probably gonna get some TV with the news on because my husband's home. But you know what? That's what working out at home is all about. You make do with whatever you have and you make it work for you. Okay, so we have used those front abdominals again. We wanna let them rest. So I'm gonna go to the side movement, which is a turning. So if you are standing, I'm gonna put your feet fairly close together because the wider you are, the better the base, but let's add a little balance to it. And arms have weight. So just having your arms by your body, out from your body, adds enough weight that your body has got to tighten up a little. So you're gonna turn to the side, and as you twist, you're gonna pull your belly in, squeeze it as tight as you can with your butt, and breathe out. Take a breath on the side, breathe out and squeeze. Now if you want to add a little bit more to this, you can do this in the chair, sit forward in the chair, lean back. How far you lean back depends on how strong your abdominals are. And the same thing happens, you start at the side, you breathe out and squeeze, you breathe out and squeeze. And if you want to take this to the floor, the same thing happens still again. All the movement happens as you're coming across. So take a breath on the side, breathe out and squeeze. 1, 2, take a breath, squeeze, take a breath, squeeze. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we're gonna go up for our final. We have now done front abdominals, diagonal, sides, and twists. We need to do lower back. So when we're standing, instead of letting our butts come back, we're gonna keep our butts in place. We're gonna round our back, and then we're gonna use our lower back to arch back up. And you can add arms out there if you need to in order to add a little bit of weight. So in your chair, you're gonna be rounding out and arching back. Rounding out and arching back. And again, you can add weight to come up as you need to. On the floor, we're actually gonna be arching with our whole body. So these are Superman. When we're laying down, you're gonna pick up your arms and your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up you come. Now the nice thing about abdominals is when you're working one area of abdominals, you're moving another. So even though I'm doing a crunch here, I'm moving my sides and my back. When I'm going this way, I'm still moving my front. Everything kind of stays warm, so you can go right into the next move. So we're already warm. Gonna add water. We're gonna go through that again at your level, moving from one to the other fairly rapidly, but we're gonna do 15 this time because our abdominals are warmer. So find your place. The first one is when you're standing, remember it's front arm to knee and then do the other side. So you may have to pause the video. For those of us who are seated or on the floor, the movement is like this. I'm gonna move just a little bit and not hit my wall. Okay, looking for 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, we're coming up and doing those side leans. So just a reminder, we can do more, or we could add weight if we were doing a weighted workout. Today, we're just going to do side leans. So I'm gonna be pushing this way. Breathe out and squeeze as we come back up. So 1, 2, 3, squeeze, 5, 7 every time. Other side. Here we go, squeeze. 1. You can be a lot slower than me, a lot faster, it doesn't matter. However much time it takes you to squeeze that belly every single time. Squeeze the belly every time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So now we have to let this area rest. We're going back to our diagonals, which is a crossover in the chair, or a crossover on the floor. So down we come, and we're adding the crossover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm still breathing out and squeezing each time I do this. 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulders are coming up off the ground, and knee is coming toward that shoulder even if you don't touch. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And kind of what happens is that head is what gets really tired. So in order to help your head, people say their abdominals are their weakest part, but really it's their neck, because our head is kind of a ball sitting on a stick that just has no muscles because we don't use it. So the way you make your head stronger is you tuck your chin to your chest, put your tongue in the top of your mouth, and breathe out your nose. So when you're coming up, you're tucked, and that tongue's in the top of your mouth and you're breathing out. It gives you a stronger neck column, okay? All right, so we're gonna go back up again. We need to do the twist. So remember, you're standing here. You can put your arms out straighter and twist. You can keep them here, but we're going for 15, sitting in the chair, twisting, or down low, we're twisting. So from here, and if you need to make it harder, add some balance by picking up your feet, but you're taking your breath here, you're breathing out and squeezing. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, and then the final thing is the lower back. So for those of you who are standing, you're rounding and you're arching, rounding and arching on the chair, or we're going to round and arch on the floor. So same thing, looking for 15, picking up shoulders and legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, guys, so you kind of know what to do. We're going into the third set. Again, we're not adding body weight, so I want to make this set a little harder, so I'm trying for 20. If you don't make 20, it doesn't matter. You just need to do what you can. And if you don't make 5 sets, it doesn't matter. You do what you can. But as you get stronger, you'll be able to do more. So this is the one where when you're standing, you're bringing leg to knee, or when you're sitting. When you're laying down, you're bringing knees to feet, knees to elbow. Looking for 20. 3. Squeeze your belly. Squeeze your belly. 5, 6. Pick up your shoulders. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's come to our feet. While that area rests, we're going to do our side leans. So a couple things on the side leans. You can add more weight to your body by simply doing this and coming back up, because it puts a little bit more weight out here. If you can't get your shoulders above your hands, you can just tilt like this and squeeze up so that you got a little bit more weight leaning this way. Or you can simply just keep your hands where you are, but keep your feet closer together, because there's not much work when you're here, but there's a little bit more work when your body is over here for this side to squeeze your body back up. So we're going for 20. I'm going to put my hands up. So over, squeeze back. 1. Every time I come back up, I'm squeezing and breathing out and squeezing. There's 10. I need 10 more. 11, 12, 13. If you need to modify, just modify down immediately. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, go ahead and get your drink of water. Let's go to the other side. Everything at your level. But what you're learning is for the first 3 sets, which is your 5 minutes of warm-up, everything is slightly harder. You add weight or you add reps. Here we go to the other side. Set it down, breathe out and squeeze up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right? So now we have to let this area rest. We're going to go back to the front. We're going to do diagonals. So go ahead, sit on your chair, do your diagonal standing, or come down to the floor, opposite hand, opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Again, bringing your shoulder off the ground, squeezing toward the other side. Tuck your chin in, breathe out your nose, and put your tongue in the top of your mouth if you need to help your head. Or you can gently hold your head here, just hold your head weight. Don't crank your head down and pull with your arm. Even if you're only coming up this far, you're not cranking your head and your neck. You just support it. So I think I've got 10 more. 9 to squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. If the neck is tired, again, you can support it. Tuck your chin. Do what you need to, but don't pull the head. 2. You can pull the elbow in and out. Just don't yank the head. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. I can hear the TV going below talking about the coronavirus. Okay, letting this area rest again, we're going to go to the twisting movement. So you can stand, you can twist, you can sit on your chair, lean back as far as you need to and twist, or you can sit on the floor and twist, but we're going for 20 this time. So back you go, hands come down to the side, take a breath, breathe out as you squeeze. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then the last one is that arching the back. So you're going to round and arch, this time for 20. You can do that in the chair, or we can do that on the floor. There is a level for everybody. So don't give up. Work at your level. If you do 3, you're doing more than you did on the couch. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To make that one harder, you simply put your arms out further, or you can hold them longer. So you can pick up and hold and go 1001, 1002. That also would make it harder. I'm going to flip over to the other side. We've got 2 more sets to do. So if you have to stop here, you go ahead and stop. We're kind of at the 5-minute marks. 3 sets in are about the 5-minute mark. So there comes a point, a person is warm and they can only run so fast. You can only do so much work. So right there around that mark, if this was way too easy, you jump up and you do as many sit-ups at a time or leg lifts or twists or leans that you feel like you can do, because it's kind of your max wherever you are. A lot of people barely made that 20, so if you're barely making your 20 or you had to stop at 10 or wherever, the next 2 sets you don't increase, you stay at the same weight or you stay at the same reps, because we're already warm. This is all we can do, and you get stronger just by doing a few extra sets and forcing your body to cope, okay? So it's like you warmed up, now we run the marathon for a couple of sets, and we're done. So let's go ahead, we're gonna go right back into front and back. Again, pulling your lower back into the ground. Feet can be touching or they can be out. 2, you can put your arms out to make it a little harder. 4, we're going for 20 again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, letting that area rest. We're gonna come up and do those side leans. Again, 20. So we're just repeating the last set we did. I'm putting my hands up. Your hands can be here. You can just be leaning like this. You can be leaning like this, wherever it works for you. So over for 20. Over, 1. Squeezing as we pull up. Pull it in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Go ahead and shake it out. Again, as often as you need to, you turn it off, you get a drink of water and you come back, but push yourself a little. If you don't push yourself, your body won't adapt. That's how we get stronger, is adaptation. So make sure you're pushing yourself at your level and doing what you can, and don't give up until you're done, not because you want to. Hands up, go into the other side, pull that belly in, lean it over, squeeze the belly tighter, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Now we're going back to the front again. Let those sides rest. These are the diagonals. You can do the diagonals in the chair, or you can do the diagonals in the floor. So go at your pace for 20 again. 1, squeeze, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. So here we go. You know, when I was younger, I always fought my weight when I was a teenager. Let's go 5 more. And kind of the thing that happens is when you exercise regularly, because you have muscle, other side, you have so much more calories that you burn that you're not living off of too few calories. That's why diets fail, is we are often living off so few of calories that we can't keep up with it. 10 more. So just by having a regular exercise program, exercise in itself is huge about maintaining your weight. I can tell when I quit having regular workouts, my weight goes right up, and then I will adjust my schedule, and that was done, guys, and then my weight will come back down. Just being consistent allows you to be normal. It stops those young teenage girls from having eating disorders and problems because they're trying to live way down here and look like a fitness model, and the calorie intake in the world is enormous. So right now, guys, you're probably not doing as much fast food. You're not on the run. You don't have any excuse for not doing good, healthy meals. Make sure you've got fruits and vegetables around. Pre-cook some meals. Make some healthy things. Right now, you have an opportunity to influence the way your children and your grandchildren eat and make a difference in their lives that may save their lives and impact them for the rest of their lives. So this is the first time in history that young teenagers are coming in 50, 60, 70 pounds overweight. They're getting diabetes, they're getting diseases that often weren't seen until later in life. And the first time, the first generation, that children are having a smaller lifespan than their adult parents. And you have the ability to flip this around. Get your children in the mix, let them do what they want, finish out all these workouts, learn how to exercise at home, in the gym, wherever you're at, and keep those children active and eating good, because right now, the #1 person you are impacting is those people that you are living with right now and that you are quarantined with. So be proud of what you're doing and what you are being an example of right now. All right, so we already did diagonals. We have to do the twists. So let's go ahead, 20 of those. Lean back just until you feel like that's your level. We're going for 20. Catch your breath, breathe out, and come across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're flipping over or standing. This is where we use our lower back, so you're squeezing and lifting. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now I'm going to flip back over. So this is our 5th and last set. Do what you can. Again, we're going for 20. You can only run so fast your marathon. We're in our marathon mode. We're already warmed up. Do as many as you can, and then you're done. So if you are uber fit, maybe you're doing 50 to finish yourself out with of each one. But wherever it is, last set, just do what you can. So over you go. This is straight over, shoulders toward knees, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so I'm coming up. We're doing those side leans again. Looking for 20 on either side. So feet shoulder width together, hands wherever they need to be. Remember that the breathing out and the squeezing is as you come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm doing 10 more, but again, if you can do 50, just turn off the video, do what you can to feel like you finish that workout at your max. So 5 more for me. 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to the other side. 1, 2. If your arms are tired, the reason I went and got a drink before, let's wait for a second, is if your arms get tired, go get a drink or something, come back, and then put your arms back up. All the blood is leaving your arms. And then go back up when you're ready. So here we go. Over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be careful on those, I should have told you earlier, be careful on those that when you're leaning, your hips are just sticking out and counterbalancing your weight, and your hips doing the work, but rather your hips are staying in place, you're leaning, and you're squeezing up with those sides. Okay, we have got diagonals, so let's go into our, did we do diagonals? Yes, we need to do diagonals. So final set of diagonals, somewhere between 20 and 50 or whatever you can do. 1, 2,